all like just kind of vibey. It just wasn't what I expected. I mean, he's a weird kind of dude, and he's out there, you can tell. But I mean, he's obviously got some intellectual season all the way he does the music. So
So it's because like even like, I'm not gonna lie, I listen to Kodak Black. Like I'm sorry, like Kodak is like to me Kodak reminds me of a young Gucci or Boosie. When I listen to Kodak, because I ain't gonna lie, even though I'm from Florida and like Kodak, he's from Florida. Like he was one of them artists that I was scared to listen to, but when you actually listen to his album, like it rides, But it's more of a, you got to be like with your homeboys type stuff. Like his music, I can vibe.
I haven't really listened to his album. I'll check it out. I haven't really listened to it.
Yeah, listen to Kodak. Like working out, like you can work out to his music and stuff like that. When you just riding out, in the city, like you can listen to him. Like with Kodak, he get in a lot of trouble, but like to me, he's lyrical in his own way. Like to me, he's not a mumble rapper. He's not like a what's that kid name? What's that boy name? He's from Atlanta. I forgot his name. He got like the red hair. I forgot his name.
You're talking about Lil Yachty?
Lil Yachty. He's not like him, or he's not like Little Pump and stuff. Uzi is like he's like he's not. What I'm trying to say? He's borderline, cause Little Uzi is like he's dope. Like he got some, he got some hits and stuff like that. One question I want to ask y'all too about these new rappers: what y'all think about Cardi B?
She's hot, man.
She's
hot right now. I mean, I don't think she's messing with Nicki Minaj as far as lyrically, but I mean, for right now, I don't know how long she's gonna last. I don't know if she's gonna have any longevity because I don't think she's lyrically great, but she's got some hits popping right now, some bangers.
She's a personality. She definitely is. A lot of people gravitate to her because that's like her personality is huge. You can't like mistake Cardi B. So I think a lot of her popularity definitely comes from like her persona.
Yeah, cause I think with Cardi B, to me, I feel like she still kind of needs to come out with an album, but at the same time, it's like she got everyone in her hands. She got the whole world in her hands and stuff, and like just seeing where she came from. Just coming from the strip club and coming from love and hip hop, and now being a mogul. I'm like, that's how it should be. Like if you're an artist or anybody, you coming from the bottom. You coming from situations like that, whether you a drug dealer, whether you a stripper, anything that's like not positive in the public eye, but like the change. Like I look at Young Jeezy. Like Young Jeezy came in, he was selling dope and stuff like that. But this man's a mogul. Like he's in that lane with like the Rick Ross and Jay-Z and stuff. Like he's a mogul. You feel me? So it's just like I love seeing that growth and like with Cardi B. Like I listen to my fiance all the time, like especially she Dominican and stuff like that, and she from New York. So I hear from her all the time. She's like, Cardi B, that's my girl. But Cardi B, I'm proud of her though. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just waiting for that. To me, I think if she dropped one album, I'll be fine with that. Like she could just drop one album. She don't have to drop nothing no more, just because of how everything is nowadays, like with technology. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But to get back with y'all, like I said, the Grammys coming up and things like that. Do y'all see y'all like winning the Grammy? Is that one of y'all goals? As an artist, as a group.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, that's that's like a landmark you can't ever like, it's one of the things you would always, you could. It's one of those things you just shoot for, your entire life to get a Grammy. If you're an actor, obviously you want an Oscar. I mean, that's like the pinnacle of, the pinnacle of your craft. So, I mean, to be at the Grammys one day, sitting there and accept an award, I mean, that's something you dream of. So, and I think anyone in music, if you want to make that your life, I mean, one of your goals is to get a Grammy. I mean, that's definitely one of those things you shoot for.
Yeah, man, because I always felt like, seeing like an artist that win Grammys, like, they made it. That's when all the bigger companies come in and try to give you like sponsorship deals and stuff. But for like me personally, like as being in music, it just I don't know, like it's just like a accomplishment. Like Grammy is like winning a Super Bowl, like for music, So it's just like that's the goal, man. But where do y'all see yourself 5 to 10 years from now?
Rich, very rich, popular, and with some like you said, some Grammys every year. That's what I see myself 5 years from now.
What about you, AF?
Can't agree with that. I mean, obviously, one of the main goals is to, create and turn a profit for yourself so you can live a comfortable life. So, being at a point where, you don't have money concerns and things like that, I mean, that's, who could ask for more, And then, obviously having the accolades like winning a Grammy and being recognized for being an artist and being recognized for, changing music. I mean, that's something that hopefully in 10 years we, and I want to say hopefully we'll definitely get there over the next 5-10 years. We'll be at that point where, we're in a conversation of, the Drakes and the Kendricks and all that. So, we're working now to get there, and it's a grind. It's a grind for everyone out there trying to get to the point. And there's a million other people doing the same things as us. So we just got to find ways to differentiate ourselves and put out stuff there that's just gonna change the game. So
yeah, man, that's what's up, man. Because that is the goal, man. Like the main goal is to be successful, in your craft and just be like that. When they become like an icon, become a pioneer, become a legend, and just help out the younger generation. One more question I have too before we end the podcast. Dudda Dash, like, what's your top 5? Who's your top 5 like rappers?
My top 5 would be Jay-Z,
okay,
Eminem,
okay,
Lloyd Banks,
okay.
Jay-Z, Eminem, and Lloyd Banks. Personally, Fab, and probably not.
It's crazy because you kind of give me that Fabulous type vibe when I listen to the music. You kind of give me that vibe, and that's not a bad thing because Fabulous and Lloyd Banks too, both of them to me are still underrated. Like especially with lyricists, like Fabulous is nice, and especially Lloyd Banks. AF, what about you as far as like producing? Like who's your top 5 producers like of all time?
Oh man, I mean definitely Just Blaze is in there. Okay. Ryan Leslie's definitely in there. It's close. I mean, there's a lot of guys I listen to. There's like guys like Scott Storch. Like he produced like a lot of like G-Unit stuff way back in the day.
Yeah, Scott Storch.
I'm trying to think who else. I'm definitely 40's in my top 5. Definitely. And then as a 5th, I don't know. I'd have to think about that one. I mean, there's a lot of guys I keep up on and follow.
They ain't not Dr. Dre not on there. You got Dre.
I mean, I didn't follow a whole lot of Dr. Dre as far as like his production. obviously Dr. Dre is a pioneer. But his sound wasn't super influential to me. Guys like Pharrell, I listen to a lot of Pharrell.
I can see that. I can see Pharrell like influencing your sound. I can see that.
So yeah, I got a wide range, and like a lot of my influences are outside of hip hop too. So musicians from rock to jazz. I listen to a whole lot of different things. So my musical influences come from a lot of different areas. Even outside of like hip hop and rap, hip hop and R&B.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Who's your top 5?
My top 5 as far as what, like rappers?
Rappers.
I got number 1 is Eminem. 2 is Jay-Z. 3 is Biggie. 4 is Ludacris. And 5 is J. Cole. Nas, it's hard because Nas is, you have Nas, you have Pac, you have like Scarface, like.
I forgot. I didn't really want to. I'm gonna put Drake in my top 5. I forgot about Drake.
But do you?
I'm put Drake or not.
But do you think that he don't write his own lyrics?
Nah, he definitely writes his lyrics. Now you might get some. I think people send him some hits, like some hooks, and he might change it up. He's gonna change it up, but I know Drake can rap. Like when he first was coming out, if he really wants to get on a track and rap, dude, he could rap. Straight up. So you get to the point where you're so big where you might not have time to be doing all your writing, so people are gonna start sending you songs, and you might pay him and take a couple of their hooks and whatnot, but he already did his thing. Like for a fact he can rap. If he really needs to get on a pen and write, he's gonna kill it more than most people are gonna kill it.
And that's and that's how I feel too. Like I feel like he could rap. Like I feel like he write his own stuff. I just think, just like all rappers, like you may a rap not even be another rapper. It could be even a producer. Like AF, you could relate to this. Like you may have Dudda Dash or another rapper come in lyrical, but they may need some help when it comes to hooks. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, like even Snoop Dogg. I remember Snoop Dogg say Jay-Z wrote some of his lyrics for Still Dre, and I'm like, I look at Snoop. Snoop to me, he's an all around artist. Like you can never tell me that this man is not. He don't carry himself. Like he's not lyrical, but he's just one of them artists that has no problem with. Do I need something to be changed up and stuff? And look at Snoop Dogg. Like, Snoop Dogg is like, this man is everywhere, man. I can't even consider him as a rapper. He's just, I call him a god. Like he's just.
I like. I don't even mention Biggie and Tupac. Like I don't even put them in my top 5 because it's Biggie and Tupac. Like
that's what I'm
legends.
saying.
Like, it's boring to put them in your top 5 now. like you already know Biggie and Tupac. If you don't mention Biggie and Tupac, like what are you doing? And so I don't even put them in my top 5 anymore because it's just for where they belong.
And I feel like Eminem and Jay-Z. I give them another 5 or 10 years. They're gonna be up there. Like it's gonna be boring. Even Nas, like it's gonna be like you these three for our generation, like for 20 years, like they was like the next generation, after Pac and Biggie. And then you also had like the older cast like Big Daddy Kane and all them. Like it's just it's like they in the Hall of Fame now. Like who's next now? Like I look at like Drake and the J. Cole's and the Meek Mills and the Kendricks and the Wale's and the Big Sean's. Like those are like the new generation of like
definitely
of now. Another question too. I have so many questions. Oh yeah, my top 5 producers. I got Dre. I have Scott Storch. I got Kanye.
I forgot about Kanye.
low key, Little John, just because Little John